William is currently looking up prosthetic prices.
My future is grim.
You're gonna end up as Saul Guerrero.
I'm pretty much.
End up
Yeah.
Here's the secret. Saw Gerrera's true identity. Jack Kors.
A lot of things change, Saul. A lot of things. So
including his ethnicity.
Yeah. Totally.
That was the subtext. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that was.
Gratz, you have a hostage. Voka, seeing Gratz didn't leave, are you still gonna run to Jack? Because you can see through the doorways that Carrie has him and is waiting, but at the same time now there's no one shooting you.
I'm on top of this guy screaming and robbing
And he's
him.
just like... just doesn't even
and I'm
know
just
what
yelling,
to do.
I'm scared! I'm scared!
Fuck.
I'm robbing you. You broke through my roof.
Can I'm gonna lean over the edge of the thing and just shoot the guy on the ground with the pistol.
Okay, I mean,
Ranged light, too.
Ranged light.
Yeah, I'm a bit.
Difficulty. Let me check the
bit worse at this.
rules for the thingy.
I get the blue dice because of high ground.
You get the blue dice because of high ground, but there is something specifically into shooting into engaged. I just need to find out what it is.
Is he engaged right now?
Gratz is
someone
sitting
else
on
is
him.
engaged with him. Right.
Yeah, Gratz is on the presidential
Gratz is
wedding
small.
bed, shooting at him. But it's ranged light. You only get +1 difficulty. It could have been worse. So it's 3 difficulty plus a blue. I'll add that blue here.
Do I want to use the light side just to get this over with?
No, I don't think this is...
If you hit Gratz, you hit Gratz.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
He's fine right now. He might just outright die, but then we've just got to
Ready?
kill 2 people.
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
What the fuck?
With 3 advantage, you have failed miserably. I love it.
If
I will absolutely allow this 3 damage to have this guy pass out from shock. If you wish. To kind of like succeed, but
Sure.
like you just shoot the ground next to him. He's just like, oh. Eyes roll back as shock.
Yeah. As I see you shooting,
works.
I'm just gonna like put my face directly into his as he passes out and just say, "Remember this as the day that Gratz Kudan allowed you to live."
Gratz, get up here.
I'm just gonna start climbing up.
I'm gonna go and give him the medkit now.
Yeah. With
give
the
him
advantage of
stim pack.
time and things cooling down, I'll allow Gratz to start pulling himself up. Now, here's how do Stimpack work?
How do?
I have the equipment thing open here.
That's why I was asking. I thought you might have the goods.
Stimpaks are auto-injection tubes, blah, blah, blah. Takes a maneuver for a character to inject a Stimpak in himself or another. Stimpaks are one-use items and automatically heal 5 wounds. Characters can use Stimpaks more than once, but each use heals 1 less wound. The signature 6 will heal none. Characters already oversaturated with medicine won't have any effect. Takes a day for the character's body to process the Stimpaks and be able to use them again. So... yeah, it's basically an instant heal 5 wounds, and then you're limited more for the next day and a bit.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna try and do a medical check to patch him up as best I can.
Yep. That's exactly it. It's gonna be one of those things where you like start waking up, but you're still delirious and bleary. And Carrie is basically gonna hold you in place because this is gonna hurt. Now, there is an explicit difficulty.
This is like field medicine style as well.
Yeah.
He would have been taught how to do it on the field, not how to do it like kindly.
Yeah, let me check a couple of things first.
I'll help by talking to him.
No.
That does not help me.
not
I will tell you that
helpful.
does not help me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, "Matt, you're okay. Don't look down there. Look at me. Look at me. Look over here."
Luckily, this is all happening while you are climbing up. You cannot invade this dungeon.
Now this is only 2 green if I do this.
Oh, that's
In
fine.
case you didn't notice, I spilled water on myself just to, emulate blood.
I thought that was a cool design on your shirt.
Nope, my shirt is a plain gray T-shirt.
So the thing to remember is a med pack basically counts as having a free stim pack in it, so you would kind of...
Yeah, that's what I was using the stim pack for.
Can you repair... You know what?
A
A hole in one's shin is the question. I will allow it. I just need to get the difficulty up. This is me going between lots of different tables right now. So let me just.
Yeah, this is basically just a long shot. One, the wound's fresh. If it fails, but you might as well try and.
Spaceship critical hits. You don't have hull damage.
I mean,
what if I do?
Well, you have hull damage.
Yeah, if this isn't like if this is any like if it's not healing the wound, this is just me trying to make it as
so we can
sanitized and like ready for fixing as possible.
Ready for prosthetic replacement as possible.
Yep. Okay. So
this
it's
is
going
field
to be
medics.
It is a hard difficulty check. It is not daunting.
Yeah.
There's no other downsides. You can just make your medicine check when read.
Cool. It's still only 2 green, so it's still probably going to be interesting.
Yeah.
That could be worse, to be perfectly honest with you.
I'll allow you to repair a strain on him.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
You know,
Just
you're
calm
patching
me
him
down.
up. Yeah, you're calming him down. Also, the drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs are good. Bandaged
so
up, so he's
see.
not gonna bleed out, and you can't see the hole in him. Yeah, and ideally he doesn't walk on it, but if he has to, he has to, because an alarm went out on the Imperial station. You're still not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, now we go.
You need to get back to the spaceport.
I'm awake.
This is when Gratz can get over when you do. Carrie presses the button and start slowly going down the building like a window washer dolly.
I can fly. I'm a little drugged, but I can fly.
I mean, I trust it.
I don't need my left leg for any of the controls. Or the right leg, really, but I'd like to not lose that one, too.
I can do piloting planetary. I can help.
That's not going to help. We need to get out of here, bud. We're going to be going into space.
We need to get back to the spaceport first.
Yeah.
The streets
I'm more
may
focused
be
on that.
littered with city defense.
Yeah. Hey, do I get insurance? Does anyone know if I get insurance from being part of the Commerce Guild?
Just ignoring that entirely. Just do we have a way to go off the streets? Like, is there a speeder or something other than the one that?
Let me tell you.
You say that, and there's just an explosion in the distance from where that speeder was launched. Finally hits the ground.
I forgot about that.
Do you want to do a streetwise to see if there's something to steal?
Please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or if there's something to steal or some way we can go. Yeah.
So a way, right? Do you have bonuses to streetwise? I feel like you have no downsides.
I have
streetwise. You avoid
ranks in
back dice
it, but I also have the street smarts thing, which takes away a setback die per rank, and I have 2 ranks in that.
That's fine. You don't have a setback die. I've set it up. It's just 2 difficulty. This shouldn't be hard. You know, this is a Corridor City is a pretty similar city. So actually, that triumph, super nice. And you know what? One of the things I have the big sheet of here's a bunch of opportunities you can use. There is getting around a city. I'll see if there's a cool answer for that here.
What a great time to roll a try.
That was such a fucking good Oh, that's really good. We didn't even use the light side for it.
This is a
That's
crusty
even
JPEG.
better.
This is a crusty JPEG.
So I just, total meta thing, I totally can fly now.
Yeah, you can. So not only is this going to be a great success, while you're going down the elevator, which takes a long time, you can look around and scan the horizons, and not only do you see there are, by the base of this building is essentially the hotel's hotel's maintenance section, which has a rack of speeder bikes there. 2 speeder bikes would be enough to get all of you back. Because these aren't military speeder bikes, you know, they have like a second seat in the back. You can hug it. But not only is it that, you scan kind of the view of the city, and it's not just the streets. You're thinking about the maintenance tunnels, and this is a desert, so there's going to be places where all the, you know, the sand gets blown away to, and cooling and air filtration and things like that. So you basically you get the lay of the land, and will reduce the difficulty of all the escape checks. Very nice. By the time you get down, you can start moving over towards those. I mean, there's 3 speeders there, but you only need 2.
Yeah. Basically, what I'm just gonna say is, you take him, throw him on the back of one of these bikes, carry. I'm not going on the back. I'm driving this.
He just puts you on the back of one.
Just follow me. I actually know where we're going.
So genuine question: did you mean that you were grabbing me, or you were grabbing Gratz? Because I just didn't know what you meant.
He grabbed you.
Because then we have one injured person, one good person on each.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let me drive.
Which means the people who are worse at driving are going to be driving during this, which is. I mean, great.
I do have one yellow, one green, so it's not terrible.
I can drive. Let me drive.
Are you going to drive the other one, Gratz?
I'll drive the other one.
Cool.
Let me drive.
You get in the back.
It's that he takes a lot of convincing, but fine, he'll let you drive.
So,
I need the distraction right now, Boca. I need the distraction. I need to drive.
Yeah, so he pulls out the pistol, starts checking it and making sure.
Honestly, it's gonna be it's one difficulty. You reload the difficulty. It's 1 difficulty checks. It's driving planetary for whoever is doing the drivings. So did Jack weasel his way into the?
I weaseled my way into the driver's seat. He did. Absolutely, yeah.
So the funny thing is, speeder bikes do require legs to drive. But
I've got the clutch on the right. That's all I need, baby.
They have the.
Let's go.
All right. So both Jack and Gratz, can you give me planetary?
Yeah.
Poif.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, they're fine.
So not only, like, you immediately, like, Jack goes, Gratz goes off to the side, immediately ducking down into, like, where the sand from the desert blows down into these kind of maintenance tunnels, just like the old GTA 5. It's that one mission with the bikes. But this is less infuriating because you actually have a great, you know, it's relatively easy going. You know, it could be a lot more difficult. There could be a lot of dangers, but you also don't need to go the fastest. From down here, you can even hear, you know, the kind of like speeder tanks filled with stormtroopers that are likely lining up to go to check on the situation. But they're in the wind. You get back to the spaceport in a non-suspicious way. You can even take these speeder bikes with you. I mean, they will be declared stolen, but you might as well.
We are 100% stealing these speeder bikes.
You might as well steal these speeder bikes, take them back to the
This has just turned into, like, I'm trying to steal as much shit as possible now. Like, reputation's already ruined, so might as well milk as much as I can out of this place.
Yeah.
So you drive these 2 speeders back in. Into the throne
zone for a leg at some point. So this is, you know, we're taking the speeder bikes.
I mean, they're worth an arm and a leg. Double take just a leg for.
God damn it!
And you just like push them in the side. And here's the question: do you want to fucking zip out of here immediately, or do you want to try to like lay low for a sec?
I feel like it's valuable to just chill for a minute.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like the short answer is, you know, we haven't technically reported back that we've done the job yet of the laundry.
Which true.
But
kind of,
you did report that you were doing this job, so there is a trail directly back to you and this ship.
That's my point.
So in that case, maybe we should just dip.
I'm almost thinking what we do is we report the job incomplete, saying that we had the laundry pieces stolen by some hooligans who broke
and they shot you in the leg.
And they shot me in the leg and broke their way into the Imperial industry. And I'm gonna try and get some insurance money out of the Commerce Guild.
That's not a bad idea. That's actually really clever because that also breaks the trail with us.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, Jack. I gotta let you.
Yeah, why not? Right?
It's gonna be a deception. It's gonna be a 3 difficulty.
Yeah, that's very fair. I kind of want to use a light side point on this.
Do it straight up.
Why not?
Yeah,
right?
no, straight up.
The force isn't for lifting rocks; it's for lying to idiots.
Yeah. So, do you want to put the upgrade in for me, Ollie?
Yeah.
These are the laundrymen you're looking for.
And I'm just exactly what I just described is what I'm gonna.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need to roleplay the whole thing. It's like, I have an idea, and then it cuts to you like finishing off this spiel to the guy behind the desk. It's not even the main guy. This is just the person in charge of the star report, just like.
Right in his leg. Animal.
And I look like fucking haggard right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, my uniform is shot up, and I'm just like, I am in so much pain.
Well, clearly something went on. If you would be willing to stay and comply with the Imperial investigation. You understand, we have to tell this to the authorities. We have to tell them everything. But we might be able to get you a space in a Bacta tank, and we do have a med bay here.
I have another competing job. I have to get back home. I do. I understand the need for the Imperial investigation. Can I make my report here and provide?
Yes, if you write up a report, I'm writing up a little bit of mine now. And,
thank you. Yeah.
Send it off on
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you. Here, I just take my time and actually write it out physically, and then transfer that onto the data pad that he
absolutely
does, and just say, oh, and by the way, what's our insurance like?
Well, if you're in such a hurry to leave, there's nothing that I can really do to help you. Could have given you, we can have our people look over you if you want, but
well, I mean,
it will take some time as a bit of a. There might be a bit
unfortunately, I mean, I've got to work on the jobs. So, I mean, I guess what I'm asking is there a credit, like say a
no.
No. Well, it was worth a shot. But anyways, I do appreciate your help, and obviously, I mean, I want to see these guys caught as much as is possible.
Did you have a description of them? I know that would help, because the authorities are going to come to me and they're going to want to talk to you, and that's what they're going to ask.
Right. So, I mean, here, and I'll just write down the description here for you. That way, you don't even have it can be part of the report, and you don't even have to worry about it. You can just hand them this.
Who shot you?
Yeah, so the description of who shot me, that's a good question. You have an idea.
Who Voka, but like more exaggerated and more like huge and like more intimidating looking, because that's what that guy who survived is going to report.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and that's someone named Gratz.
Look, basically what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna describe basically a similar type of alien to Voka, but not Voka.
Yeah, it's like you don't know exactly what alien they were.
I don't know what type
Maybe
of
you
alien
described them as like a Togruta or something.
Yeah, exactly. He had
spines and a mask.
He was wearing goggles, and he looked like he had a false rebreather on his chest. That he looked like he wasn't wearing it as a mask.
I'm gonna want another deception for this.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm just writing this down.
I'm so glad we never were seen together with the guild.
This is an easier difficulty because it's not as important.
Okay.
This is just flavor.
Oh.
Let me know when. Sorry. Good. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm going to have described a different Chadrafan as well that looks like Gratz and may have tried to steal his identity because Gratz got punched in the face. So that's in that, Yeah.
And now are you going to zoom off into space?
Leave. Yes, leave. Yes, we're cutting off our trail and then going on to complete another job. And I'm hoping that the Resistance has a spare prosthetic leg. And if not, I hope they're willing to buy some speeder bikes.
You get back in the Thranta, you sit down heavily in the chair, flip, flip, flip. As you fly away, you notice, an Imperial patrol of TIEs flying in formation. A lot more of them around as you leave the smog field that coats the planet. And then you just fly out of orbit, passing all the other large cargo freighters and things around Commenor. And the question is, what now?
Gary, you wanted that data.
The data! I knew I forgot something. Just kidding.
By forgot, I hope you mean forgot to mention that you have it, and not forgot to mention that you left it there and
it's
had to
a
run.
joke.
She is going to just take it from Gratz, and while you're just whinging at each other, she's plug it into the computer of the ship and read it, and plug herself in.
Jack is actually going to be patting Gratz on the shoulder in a way that's genuinely very friendly, not not weird friendly, but just genuinely camaraderie there in that moment, and it will actually pat you and just not say anything, and then he'll do the same to Voka, and then he'll just
Voka's fixing his gun.
Yeah, he
there,
will hobble
but he's
over to you
gun.
and give you the pat and just a nice grip on the shoulder, and then walk right back to the pilot's chair without saying anything. And by walk, I mean hop on one.
Hobble, yeah.
Well, we're terrible thieves, but we're pretty good murderers. So there's that.
That's the first time I've ever killed anybody.
I feel like that's a huge lie.
It's not, and I've killed 3 people today and a droid. It is the first time I've ever done anything like that.
Carrie's head turns around and says, I appreciate you counting the droid. Most people wouldn't have.
I mean,
in my opinion,
I don't know if he blew up with that spear, but I can only assume he did. And that was a long trip down.
I mean, the guy's yeah, whatever. That droid was a jerk, though. Man, you should have seen him come after me as soon as I grabbed that little chip. Oh, buddy.
I believe you.
In my opinion, the droid counts for more than those troopers.
I don't know, man. That one who nearly took you out, Carrie. He was a tough one. Oh boy, did he fly! Yeah, I guess you guys didn't see that.
What do you mean he flew?
I may have run him over and launched him off
fly
the
now?
edge of I've launched him off the edge of a skyscraper.
Nice.
With a speeder bike.
Oh, that sounds... I'm sad that I missed that.
It was...
Yeah, same.
I'm not happy with myself about that one. I kind of forgot that he was there. He probably died a horrible and painful death.
Oh, no, he probably just was really scared for a few minutes while he fell.
To be honest,
but
he
I don't
probably
think he was
passed
in
out.
pain. Oh, maybe.
Did you see the other one? The other one passed out, didn't he, Grass? He passed right out. I didn't even hit him.
Yeah, he was so afraid of me. He looked right into my eyes and then screeched like a little child.
Can all of you make a discipline or cool check with no difficulty, please?
I think that should be Voka.
No, all of you.
All of us?
This is where you recover from strain at the end of an encounter.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just reading the recovery section for some reason. And,
what the?
Holy shit!
So all those successes are healed strain.
Yeah.
What about those advantages?
Don't
Are
do
they
shit.
also healed strain?
They don't do shit.
Well, I have 0 strain and 0 wounds again. So.
I'm happy to take 1 strain off. That actually puts me in a good strain spot. So
I'm at 6 strain, so yeah, I'm less than half now.
I'm at 4 now. So 4 strain, but I'm at 9 wound.
So, when you're ready, when all this
now I
discussion's
roll
ended,
well. The only other thing I was going to bring up was just that I got this too. Let's show the naval officers
is it
code
just
card.
ID? Is it just like, does it have his face on it?
Yeah.
Like one of those really bad like office worker photos that they had to take. I love it. That's terrible.
Chain code
over there.
Chain code. That's it. Yeah.
They're called chain codes.
Chain code.
I remember it because it's like one of those things that's like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
But that is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Answer solved.
So I'm sure this will come in handy later.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Nice.
According to this data tape, Oronta Regal was taken by the Empire and is currently being stored at a facility on Alderaan.
Oh, right. Wait, the droid should probably hear this, and I go and like open up the compartment and take the droid out.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, R5.
No response.
No, I mean he would. I'm just currently reading shit that I should have.
I kind of like the idea that he ignores him.
This is at the Imperial Consult on Alderaan. It is, according to these coordinates, outside one of the major cities. It appears that it was once a hunting retreat.
Huh.
Hunting retreat. That sounds bad. Have I been there?
You can actually give me a core world knowledge check with I'm only gonna make one difficulty.
All right. Should be on the screen so I can see what happens. I'm having a really hard time thinking right now, and that probably makes me hurt and give me strain. I don't know what else you're gonna do with that in this
It's strange
situation.
I'm gonna see if there's actually like a.
I just someone. I wonder if I know that place.
Just dies.
Just fucking passes the fuck out.
That's how thinking works.
Yeah. The best part is like, don't minions take strain as pure damage? So imagine a minion being like,
you think about it. There's a lot of Alderaan is a rich planet. There's a lot of these kinds of retreats. Some of them would be, kind of holiday places. You've definitely been to some for youths learning how to fly. This would be literally, a hunting house where people go off to hunt game. There are some dangerous animals around.
The Thranta being one of them.
The Thranta being one of them. There's also the wolf cats. Yeah. This would be mostly fighting, deer-like animals and things, but usually they would be either in the mountains or the forest, and if it's right outside Alderaan City, then it's probably going to be by forests. So you don't know exactly the place, but you know the type, and you know the type of people who would be there. You're one of them.
Yep.
Now, it is weird that the Empire has any kind of real foothold on Alderaan, because Alderaan hasn't officially, kind of bended the knee, but they are kind of part of intergalactic trade. So this is probably their planetary consult, which means you have no idea what kind of level of firepower they would have and that kind of thing. But who knows?
Okay. I pass on that information in general, and just keep flying. I mean, I guess we are going straight to Alderaan at this point.
I mean, if you want to pump in the information for Alderaan, that's A-okay. That'll just be an astrogation from old R5.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point we got no reason.
Yeah, and it would be the thing where it's like, and it's like, he's asking if we're going to Alderaan right away.
Yep. But we're going not to this consult place, but we're going to go to this location, and I'm just going to give a location to R5.
It doesn't matter for astrogation.
Yeah.
Aside from which side of the planet you show up on.
Exactly. Yeah, just tell him the hemisphere at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rotation that we need to land on. So.
Bap, bap, bap. Twist of the scomp link and you... into space.
Is it like... This is a several-day journey.
This is a several-day journey. I think this, because you have a rating of 2, a hyperdrive rating of 2. I think it's a clean week, which is good because a clean week allows for a lot of recovery opportunities. So first of all,
good.
You recover wounds for each day of rest. So that's 7 wounds recovered, just flat. One thing that'll happen during the rest is that R5 is actually going to be repairing Carrie.
Good.
Like, that's basically going to be how it works. With, like, just big nice slabs of metal and things like that. So R5 is that kind of thing. Now, critical wounds, you can attempt to repair them once per week. So it's a new week. You can attempt to repair his... Wait, did you succeed on repairing his leg?
No.
No.
It was a neutral with... Or it was a failure with an advantage, I think.
Advantage, yeah. It was neutral with an advantage.
So you can make... if you want to take another medicine check again to repair his leg, you can. It will
anyone
still
else
be
good with medicine? Because I can flat out just give the med pack now. But now that we're out of combat, where I can just be like, here, use this.
Carrie might be.
I'm great with medicine.
I'm not. I'm the same as you with it.
Okay. Actually, is medicine an intellect roll?
It is an intellect roll.
Yeah, Carrie has 3. Yeah.
Same.
Cool.
I mean, if Carrie's being repaired, it probably makes sense for Gratz to do it. As much as I am hesitant to let that boy be
That's really the question. Would you let... Yeah. This is also the only time for the week you get to do it.
I mean, it's... Yeah. I mean, I think at this point it makes sense too.
I mean, mechanically, it makes no difference.
No!
Yeah. Yeah, but roleplay-wise, I think he would let Gratz hear him. Because he's trying to open up that little cabin. Like,
before you make your roll, I'm going to flip a dark side point on that one and upgrade the difficulty. And give me a medicine roll. Yeah, it's it's like it's a rough wound. It's one of those things where it's only gonna get worse, but it's not gonna get dramatically worse quickly. This is the kind of wound that is gonna be with you forever. In some way, shape, or form. And you're just gonna have a solid limp now. You're gonna have a solid limp now for getting around. It's gonna slow you down heavily, but there's really nothing you can do about it.
That advantage, what are we doing with that there, boy?
I don't know. I can just try to ease the pain.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything for this, because you of course also heal strain for each day of rest, so 7 strain reduced.
I'm good.
Yeah. I mean you've had a week of rest flying through hyperspace. Yeah, it is one of those things where you can keep living on this leg. It's not like the wound is gonna kill you. It's not like it's gonna fester and kill you. But if you want to get back to prime fighting, it's going to be either a prosthetic or real proper medical attention. Now, this medkit is really good. Yeah, Bacter infusion would probably help.
Just looking at it well...
You can look through it.
I don't know how to tell you this, but... Your leg is a lot like this ship. It still gets places, but it's not going to get there very fast anytime soon. I recommend upgrading.
Jack is just quiet. He's not his usual sassy self with that. He's just quiet in response. And just kind of gets up from where he was and goes and sits at the pilot chair. There's no flying to be done right now, but he's just sitting there.
Looking to hyperspace.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling crazy.
Yeah. Pretty much.
A little crazy.
Yeah.
Is there...
work and no play makes Jack.
Voga, you can try and fix your gun. Let me get that.
Yes.
Oh, that was great. You didn't hear it, but there was a swoosh of space noise after that, and it was very good. Also, decide if there's anything else you'd like to do during this week or on Approach to Alderaan. You can do that now. This is going to be a moderate injury on the thing, so it's going to be a 2-level mechanics check. Let me put the difficulty in. You could also ask Gratz to do it.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute! This costs money. So it's actually, I'm gonna roll that back. It's not gonna be second level. You've only taken 1 hit to it, so it is minorly damaged. Once you've done the basic repairs, you took it apart, put it back together again.
If I'd fired it again, it might be.
If you fired it again, that was my original idea. It's gonna add a setback die to every roll you do with it. And what is this? This is a heavy repeating blaster, right? No, it's a light repeating blaster rifle.
No, the heavy blaster rifle.
Heavy blaster rifle. So the repairs would be.
It was an expensive gun.
Yeah, they'd be 375 credits for the parts. Because you can't do it now because you don't have the parts.
Shit.
I have 350 credits on me. Presently. I'll be honest with you. I might need those. He looks down at his leg.
Yep.
I have 25 credits, and I definitely need those.
And I think we all need a stiff drink at this point.
How dare you?
This is while this conversation's happening and just shooting the shit. The subspace communication hologram flicks on in the middle of the canteen. It is the face of a mun. They are bald, long-headed aliens that are predominantly bankers. This one has quite a stern look on his face and a little bit of a tattoo kind of above and around the eye of some kind of alien text. And the communication is going to just stop in the ship. This message is for Gratz Kudan.
Uh-oh.
Your tracking fobs on you display that you have left Grey Market, and only one ship has left Grey Market in the last 2 weeks. So the chances would be that it is this one. I am offering a chance to remove yourself of your debt, Chadrafan. The Star Destroyer that hangs over Grey Market is causing devastation to the local economy. You're the only ship that seems to be able to get in and around it. If it were removed, I would wipe out your debt. The debt of any accomplices. And, it's the message kind of stops.
Yeah.
Because it's a one-way.
I've never seen that guy before in my life.
Sure. Let's go with that.
So, Gratz. Do they seem to think that we are capable of taking out a Star Destroyer? Is that what I just heard? What an absolute madness!
It's hard to say, but I mean... Well, I mean, we could always just sneak on and rig the hyperdrive to...
to go somewhere else? What a stupid idea. I love it. But it would
you could make it go
into
two different places.
I mean, we could actually just send it into a sun. if we really wanted to rig the hyperdrive. But we would need a droid that was very good at astrogation to do that. Which we have, but that droid wants to go to Alderaan right now. Which I also want to go to Alderaan right now.
See, here's the thing.
How bad is your debt?
It's.
I find that reaction unnerving.
It's not that bad.
Okay, so it's terrible.
No.
Yep.
So it's okay. No. So it's worse than terrible.
Oh, no. I'm thinking like 2,000, 3,000.
I would bet between 25. I was going to put it at 2,500. So I think we're in the same ballpark here, Boca.
Well, you guys seriously underestimate how bad I am at gambling.
Is it a $5,000 bounty? Credit.
Anyways,
look, Alderaan uses dollars, okay?
The Alderalian dollar.
Yeah.
My God.
5,000. Am I in? Look.
Anyways,
Price is Right rules. All right. Am I too high or too low right now?
We don't need to worry about that.
No. We absolutely do, because if I'm gonna fucking fly my ship into a Star Destroyer, I need to know how much this is worth to you.
Well, I mean, what's he? See, here's the thing. I wouldn't be worried about how much it's worth to me, but he mentioned my accomplices, which would indicate you.
I am not your accomplice at this point in time.
He doesn't know that.
In this moment right now.
Would the debt count as medical debt?
It's not worth it. Don't even mention it.
I mean, we could probably convince them to get you a new leg.
Look, it would be cool. We have a whole lot of other shit to deal with first. I am all for having this conversation about what we do and how we do it, but we are going somewhere where I can tell you we are going to have a much better discussion about it. I am not the person to have this conversation with, but I can tell you that I am bringing you to someone who absolutely is the person to have this discussion with. So I need to know exactly how much it is worth to you right now, Gratz. How much is your debt?
See,
just a number.
I don't know. Is the thing.
Range?
Like over 5 for sure. But like, I haven't checked that balance in months.
Okay.
Like it got to the point where every time I went check it, it was just like growing.
Yeah,
and it was depressing me. It gave me anxiety every time I checked it. Like I got a few credits. I was like, oh, maybe I'll put some on this. I checked.
Honestly, I relate to that. My student loans were a pain. So, all right, okay. So realistically,
I figured if I just kind of stopped acknowledging it, it would just go away eventually.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it. Okay, so it's over 5,000 credits. This is what this is worth. Okay.
Again, easily.
So we're talking like 10,000 credits?
Oh, probably. Not that
100. That's fine. That's the assumed range that we're in. Man, that costs actually an arm and a leg. Based on my research here on this data pad while I'm looking for prices of prosthetic limbs.
Prosthetics are us.
Yeah.
Prosthetics are you.
Yeah, they will be one day.
Here's the thing. We have what in the business we refer to as leverage right now. I mean, sure, I owe him a bunch of money.
Yeah, but I understand this is going to be worthwhile to him as well, because if he can't continue business without us doing this.
Owings is a drop in the bucket compared to what he's hemorrhaging on a daily basis, I'm sure.
Do you have the code for where we can send a message back?
Do I have the code? Do I? Let me check.
Please do check.
You could easily reverse engineer though, what's it?
Yeah.
Carrie will say, although I doubt that this banker is concerned about the loss of life, any ship attempting to go to Grey Market will be essentially transporting themselves out of hyperspace into a planet and will most likely burn up. There is the numbers of ships the Grey Market receives per day are not as high as Commenor, but still high.
Yep.
We
can't divert. At this point, we can't divert. We're already almost at Alderaan right now. We stop in. We drop off this droid. We consider whether or not we're going to go and do a wild, whatever that was, conversation.
He says he wants to... He used terms that are not appropriate to use in front of the children, but he wants to bring the ship down after he sends his, delivers his package.
Okay.
I've always wanted to take down one of those things.
I know, and I'm not going to deny you that, Voka. I couldn't say no to this even if I wanted to. This is just it's a bucket list item for you at this point. We all know how important it is to check items off of your bucket list before we leave this mortal coil.
Well, the odds of bringing down a Star Destroyer completely with this ship are impossibly low. The odds of disabling the hyperdrive Shadow is quite high.
Yep.
We could arrange for some friends who are less happy about it being there to show up once it's down.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I just want to blow shit up and make money. So whatever. I think this is a great plan.
Alderaan first, and we figure out where we're going from there.
And that's when the drop out of hyperspace. Right in front of Alderaan. And that's where we could take a nice little break as the shutters come up in front of a nice blue and green planet.
A totally intact blue and
precious,
green
lovely.
Look at it.
Alderaan.
I want you all to just appreciate my home for a moment. This is Alderaan. Look how beautiful it is. This planet will last forever. That's where we cut to black as I start to fly in.
We'll be back